guys, it's Debbie with Debbie J's Crafting Corner. Today I'm making a new project for the Not Too Shabby Shop using this month's box of the month. And I decided that since this is all kind of fall colored everything, what I'm going to do this time though is do a little bit of ink smushing. This is going to be some quick and dirty ink smushing onto some regular cardstock, brushed corduroy, and rusty hinge, and aged mahogany. And then adding some water. And this time I'm not going to bother mixing it together. I'm just going to kind of pick some of that up and turn it around. And I think I do want some more. There are so many different ways that you can do an ink smushing technique. You can do it on acetate, which I may do on another card. You can do it straight to your glass mat like I'm doing here. Just basically use what you got and try it out and see how that looks. So that looks kind of an interesting background. I think that'll go good with my little cup there. So this one is the aged, this one is brushed corduroy, I believe, or is this one? This is rusty hinge. And this one, this technique here gives you a little more control. You can put it right where you want it. So rusty hinge, and this time I'm going to also add in that brushed corduroy. Adding a little water, flip it over, and put it down wherever I want it. And that time I don't think I mixed in enough water over the brushed corduroy, but that still gives kind of a cool effect. And this time I'll bring in just a little bit of that aged mahogany. This time I'm going to put enough water on there, and my bottle does not want to spray, so I can mix the colors a little bit, kind of organically, and then I'll flip it. Okay, so that looks kind of cool too. So now I've got a couple of panels that I can make a couple cards from. Before I do my stamping though, I do want to hit these with my heat gun. This is to help to dry some of that water on here and does speed up the process. So next I'm going to stamp out one of my images. I've picked the one with that lovely cup. And I'm using my Misty. Now this panel isn't completely dry, it's close, but not completely. And I'm going to stamp that image down in some Obsidian black ink from Gina K. Right in the middle of the colored area. So this is kind of in the middle of that mess. And since this is a brand new stamp, it does need to be stamped a few times. Okay, then I'm going to flip this around, place my other piece of cardstock in the same spot. So I can do a second one, pretty much identical. And one other thing I did want to add though, and that's one reason why I'm doing them both at the same time, is I do like this sentiment here. This one says, "So full of thanks," and I kind of want it to go over the front of my card there, of my little image there. I'm going to stamp that one also in that black ink. This is a replacement grid for like your Cricut. So I'm taping it down because this is warped enough that panel is not wanting to stay. So let's see if I can get it to stay with some tape. and with a magnet, just to be on the safe side, right? And then let's pick up that second stamp, and then I can stamp down both of these images. Yes, I like the way that this one turns out. That's going to be so good. Okay, this image stamping is done. Let me turn this around one more time. And this time I think I am going to have to adjust my little sentiment because this is not wanting to stay straight. Okay, let's see how that goes. And then put this one, I think I cleaned that. I don't remember if I cleaned it. Okay, place that one across my little cup and then lift it up. And let's stamp it again in that same obsidian black ink. That looks so nice. Now this is the RB2, so that should be fine. So I'm going to bring that into the inside of the cup so I can try to add a little bit of dimension to it. Come back in with my RB1.
Nothing like your smile in the morning. Following the linings on your cheeks. 'Cause baby, in your absence, life is boring. So I'll never leave. It's easier to love when it's you by my side. Shining through the cracks like the first morning light. Feeling like it's
I'm also going to be using one of the pieces of pattern paper for this card. Let's go with 4. This one's going to be 4 by 3 3/4. And then let's take a look and see what we have in here that will go well. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I think, we'll have our background and then this pretty image off-centered, and I think I'm going to round the corners on this one. I don't do that very often. I'm just going to use my corner chomper and round those corners. I think I want to do the 1/2 inch round. And let's go ahead and trim this guy down to I think about 4 inches. We'll go with 4 by 4. And I think I do need to trim this down a little bit more because it is too close to that 4-inch mark. Go with 3 1/2, so I'll still have a little bit of that paper showing behind it. And of course I just changed my mind. I want to trim off more of this because that has too much excess space over there, and this focal image is also acting as my sentiments. It doesn't need to be that big. So we're gonna go with, I'll go with this. That's about right. And that looks like that is gonna be good. So let me go ahead and adhere this piece down. And then I'm going to add some foam tape to the back of my little cup here. And then to finish it off, I'm going to add a few gold sequins. That's going to finish up this card video for the Not Too Shabby shop. If you'd like to see some more videos where I'm making amazing cards using some amazing products from the Not Too Shabby shop, check out one of these playlists here. You guys have a wonderful day, and remember, if I can make it, you can too. Talk to you soon.